In the course of every season, there are important games. Games that affect league championships and state playoff standings. There are important games, and then there are games that really matter.
Anne-Marie and I had started talking, I guess it's 6 years now, that we wanted to have a Play for the Cure game. And upon talking about it, both realizing that we both had cancer, unfortunately, affect both of our families, she with her sister, and me with my brother, who had died when he was 11 of bone cancer, and she, her little sister, when she was, I believe she was like 2 years old.
I think it was always sort of in the back of my mind that, that these kids have to know that life is bigger than the game.
Learning of all the girls' experiences with cancer, and all the people in their lives who have been affected by it, it puts things in perspective. And Anne-Marie said it before, this is a game, and what people deal with cancer is their lives.
Among the honorees at the first Stonington Waterford Play for the Cure game, played 6 years ago, were Lisa Wentz-Day, a Stonington alum who died in 1990, 2 years after her graduation, and Waterford coach Liz Sutman's 9-year-old niece, Marissa Walker.
When I was 9, I was diagnosed with osteosarcoma, which is a bone cancer, and it was in my left leg, my knee and femur, and I went through chemo.
My heart was broken with her diagnosis, and it was in 2009 with my team, and I remember when she was diagnosed, I considered not coaching.
I've had 3 or 4 major surgeries. My first one was when I was 9, and they replaced my knee and femur with a titanium rod.
As she grew, she had to visit the doctors every few months to have her left leg lengthened.
It was a pain and a process that I can't even explain to you. And so I would build up so much strength within the 3 to 4 months, and then I would grow. And I would have to go in for a lengthening, and I would have to start all over again.
Watching her is really hard because I can't do anything to help her. I can't. There's so many times where I wish that it was me and not her.
She was home from school, I was tutoring her, and she was undergoing chemotherapy, and she came into the locker room and she helped me decorate the locker room, and we gave her an honorary locker, and this is 3rd grade. So always hoping that she would someday play, and that was always in her mind. She wanted to get back and play sports, but at that point we didn't know.
Now, after years of throwing out the first pitch as an honorary member of the team, Marissa has a permanent knee replacement and a place on the varsity roster.
We gave her a special locker in our locker room that year, and so we would decorate it with the other girls' lockers, and now she legitimately has a locker.
And I think the thing about her is she is actually our story too. And I think that's what people can't understand. If you're not part of this, Stonington and Waterford, she's actually our story too. And I think that's what makes us special.
Once Monday night's game got underway, Stonington jumped out to a 2-0 lead on a single by Emma Miller in the bottom of the 2nd. Waterford responded with 6 runs in the 3rd, the last 2 coming thanks to an error on what would have been the 3rd out of the inning. The lead didn't last, as Stonington roughed up Kazi Walker in the bottom of the 3rd, literally on a sharp ground ball to the mound, and on the scoreboard, as the Bears tallied 5 runs to take a 7-6 lead, prompting Sutman to bring in Marissa Walker in relief of her sister.
That is, watching this come full circle. I mean, she was so little, and you look back at those pictures 6 years ago, into what she is now, it's really amazing.
She's got a different strength than many of us, and when she's in that situation, a pressure situation like that, I think she's got a different perspective than maybe some of us do, and she knows that she can do it.
Going back every year and being an honorary guest, it always meant a lot to me, obviously, and I always would watch on the side. But now, being able to actually play, it makes me speechless that I get to be a part of the game now. I'm actually playing for a cure, not being the honorary guest who had cancer and who's sitting on the side watching. I get to be the softball player who's playing for the little girl that doesn't get to play. And so it means so much to me.
The teams raised money for several cancer-related organizations, but there would be no fairy tale ending for Waterford. as Stonington scored twice more to seal a 9-5 victory.
There's such a bigger picture than this game, and this game is something that I come to have fun, and I know she has fun to take our minds off of everything else that happens, and it's kind of a way to just celebrate how far she's come. So I come out and play, and I know that, okay, it's a loss, it sucks, but there's someone else fighting for their life that at the end of the day, you're so lucky to do what we're doing.
I get very frustrated when we lose, and I have to go home every night and realize that it is a bigger picture. And if all my kids take out of my program is the Play for the Cure game, then I'm actually really okay with that.
Obviously, winning ball games and championships and competing is important, but preparing them for life's adversity is even more important.